Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making pumpkin fritters. Pumpkin fritters is something that is made in Barbados, but instead of using pumpkin today, I will be using right here a butternut squash. Butternut squash is in the pumpkin family, so I will be using this instead of pumpkin. So I don't know if I guess I probably should call this butternut fritters because that's what I'm going to be making. So first I'm going to start by cutting my butternut squash right here. And I'll be using this half. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my steamer and steam it. And once I steam this and it's all cooked, I'm going to come back and show you the next process. Okay, so this is the next process here that we're about to start. This is the butternut squash. I put it in the steamer so it is cooked. It's still a little bit hot. So now I'm going to start to combine these ingredients. In here I have half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and I have an eighth of a teaspoon of salt. I have half a cup of sugar, and I'm going to add in here, this is my baking powder. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and this is my butternut squash. In here I have 2 cups of flour. 2 cups of flour. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my nutmeg and my salt, and I'm going to combine it with my flour. I'm also going to take in here 1 teaspoon of my baking powder, and I'm going to sprinkle that in there, and take my spoon and just mix everything up. Then I'm going to make a little well in the center here, and I'm going to take my half a cup of sugar and I'm going to put it right there in my well. And then over here I'm gonna, this is my butternut squash, and I cooked it inside of the skin. So all I'm gonna do now is just take it out, rake it out from the inside, and drop it right there in my well. It's a little bit hot, you might want to cool it a little bit, and just put it in there. Guys, this is something that if you have a baby that's now starting to eat food, what you do is you take a little bit of this butternut squash, you can put a little bit of the baby's milk to it, you can add a little bit of butter if you want to, and just mash it up and feed this to the baby. This is lunch right here for the baby, or this is dinner right for the baby. Instead of going to buy bottled food that you don't know what's in there, feed your baby this, okay? Just cook it, mash it up, and give it to the baby. And this is our other part, cooked a little soft so it broke. You can also take a potato, you can cook a carrot, mash the potato and the carrot together. That's a meal for your baby. You can cook a potato, get some broccoli, and cook the broccoli and the potato and mash both of them together. That's a meal for your baby. You know, there's lots of things that you can do for your own baby that you don't have to go there and spend so much money. This is very good. It's very nutritious. Just rake it out. Just do what I just did. Steam it in the skin. Rake it out like that. Because sometimes it's a little hard to peel, and this is much easier to cook it this way. And feed that to your baby, guys. Not only will you save yourself a lot of money, but you know that you're giving your baby something that is more nutritious. So here we have this. So now our next step now is to add water. Sorry, I didn't get my water together, so let me get my water now. Try to put everything together before, but I forgot the water. Okay, so now I'm going to slowly add some water to the center, and you're going to just add a little bit at a time. You don't want to add too much, because if you add too much, then you may have to add more flour in. And you just stir. You just stir it. That's all you do. And I'm gonna add some more water, because you're trying to get it to a certain texture. This is a little thick, so we need it a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna just put just a little, there we go, just a little bit of water, just to get the texture that I want, which is coming along nicely. And as I said, in Barbados you use pumpkin. Even if they use this, it is called pumpkin fritters. It's not called butternut squash fritters. It's called pumpkin fritters. So this is what I'm gonna call this, pumpkin fritters. I'm gonna add, see it's a little thick, so I'm gonna add a little more water, because I'm trying to get it to a certain texture. And guys, your arm, as I said, get a good little workout. This is about good here. You don't want to add too much water, because you don't want to make it too soft, because then you would have to add more flour to it. So we don't want to have to add more flour right now. So this is about good. See that? See that texture? That's about good right there. And I have my oil now on the stove. My oil is heating up. So now I'm going to drop these in a pan, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So you see, as easy as that, and you have your pumpkin fritters. 1, 2, 3. They didn't take a lot for me to do this. Just these few ingredients, you put it together, and that's it. So let's go over here to the stove, and let's drop some in the pan. Now we're over at my pan. I just dropped a little tip of water in there just to make sure the oil was hot, and of course it bubbled up, so I know my oil is hot and my oil is ready to go. So now I'm gonna drop my fritters in there, and we take a spoonful like that, and you're just gonna drop, and that's it. You just take a spoonful and you just drop. Nothing too fancy. Take a spoonful and you just drop. Nothing too fancy. That's about it. These are dropped different to fish cakes, because with fish cakes you drop smaller. These ones you drop a little bigger. See? That's it. And that's it, guys. So now we get our fork, and you could go ahead and you could start turning them. Maybe give these a few more minutes before you turn them, so that they're not going to be brown yet. It's okay. You don't have to wait for them to be brown to turn them, because you want them to cook on both sides. So you'll keep turning them to get them to cook on both sides. So get my spatula, and I'll just turn it. I don't want it to splatter on me, so I'm going to do like that, right? Just to make sure it doesn't splatter. And you just turn them so they can start cooking on both sides. See how easy that is, guys? And this is either your pumpkin fritters or your butternut squash fritters. Whatever you want to call them, to me they're all the same. Okay guys, this is my first batch that came out. I have another batch in the pan. As you can see, someone already took one from here. But they look good, looking good. Very easy, guys. Try making them yourself. You're gonna like it. Guys, they're all done. My butternut squash fritters or my pumpkin fritters. To me, they're both the same. They taste exactly the same. Try it for yourself. I'm sure that you're gonna like it. Have one of them and wash it down with a glass of Mauby. Mauby is a drink from Barbados. It is good. Wash it down with a cup of Mauby or whatever kind of drink you prefer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave your comments below so I'll know what you're thinking. Once again, thank you. Bye-bye.